So
Yeah.
left and right. You mentioned you're thinking of maybe actually putting it down on paper or something.
Yeah, I would like to, because
that'd be great.
what I would like to point out, again, in admiration of all of the people that I will then try and have the gall to criticize, is, look, these are all geniuses. Locke, genius. Adam Smith, genius, when he uses the notion that we're bartering creatures. So he uses that reciprocation idea as the basis of his way of thinking about things.
But that's not at the core. The bartering is not at the core of human nature.
It's not well, he says it is. He says we're fundamentally bartering creatures.
Well, that doesn't even make sense then, because then how can we then be autonomous individuals?
Well, because we're going to barter with an eye on
for self. So
for ourselves.
Self-interest.
Yeah. But all right, so but back to Adam Smith for a second, Lex, is like, Adam Smith, he's got the invisible hand. And my conservative friends, I'm like, you need to read his books, because he is a big fan of the free market. And this is my other gripe with folks who support just unbridled markets. Adam Smith understood that there was a role for government for two reasons. One is that, just like Locke, people are not going to behave with integrity. And he understood that one role of government is to maintain a proverbial, even playing field. And then the other thing Smith said was that there's some things that can't be done well for a profit. And I believe he talked about education and public health and infrastructure as things that are best done by governments, because you can make a profit, but that doesn't mean that the institutions themselves will be maximally beneficial. Yeah, so I would, I'm just eager to engage people by saying, let's start with our most contemporary understanding of human nature, which is that we are both selfish and tend to cooperate. And we also can be heroically helpful to folks in our own tribe. And of course, how you define one's tribe becomes critically important. But what some people say is, look, what would then be, what kind of political institutions and what kind of economic organization can we think about to kind of hit that sweet spot? And that would be, in my opinion, how do we maximize individual autonomy in a way that fosters creativity and innovation and the self-regard that comes from creative expression, while engaging our more cooperative and reciprocal tendencies in order to come up with a system that is potentially stable over time. Because the other thing about all capital-based systems,
the stability, it's fundamentally unstable.
Yeah, because it's based on infinite growth. And, it's a positive feedback loop. To be silly, infinite growth is only good for malignant cancer cells and compound interest. Otherwise, we want to seek a steady state.